Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today I am doing a tag. I was tagged by Michelle over at A Common Life for the coffee lovers tag. So this should be really fun because if you've ever watched any of my vlogs, you will for sure have seen me running through Scooters, my favorite coffee place ever, paying way too much for a cup of coffee. I don't like to consider myself like part of the millennials because I'm really like on the tail end of it, like maybe not quite in that group, but could be considered in that group. Except when it comes to coffee, I am willing to pay way too much for a cup of coffee just because it's really good. So anyways, I do make a lot of coffee at home. I have way too many ways to make coffee at home. I don't have any like super expensive espresso machines or anything like that, but I do have several different types of coffee makers. So let's get started. Question number one, which do you prefer, light, medium, or dark roast? I definitely enjoy a dark roast. However, I dilute mine down a lot with other stuff, which we'll get into in a little bit, but I'm definitely on the darker side. Like I want that rich flavor. Question number two, coffee beans for ground coffee. I actually do have some coffee beans right now, but I don't own a grinder. So that is one of my goals for 2018 is to buy a coffee grinder. I actually grind the coffee at the store. So I buy the beans, grind it right there, and then bring it home. But it's not like freshly ground every day when I go to make it. So that is one of my goals for 2018 is to get a coffee grinder. Number three, espresso or drip. I definitely probably go like when I'm out, I always get the espresso drinks. Number four, how do you take your coffee? Black, light and sweet, etc. When I am feeling like I don't care about calories, I just get whatever kind of like coffee drink that I want. And it's usually pretty like done up. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not a coffee purist by any means. I'm not like hardcore like black coffee. But I pretty much just, throw all caution to the wind and order whatever fancy drink sounds really good. When I am watching calories, especially in the summertime, because I don't know, I like iced coffee a lot less sweet than I like my hot coffee for whatever reason. So in the summertime, I really just do almond milk, always almond milk. Well, not always, but most of the time just almond milk and then like a little sweetener, like maybe a pump of caramel. And I might add a sugar packet or two depending on what I need for sweetness, but that's generally it. So almond milk is my friend because if I drink too much milk, it just does all kinds of stuff in my intestines that is I will not go into. But I really like the almond milk because it's smooth and creamy and all of that. I've tried coconut milk and different variations, but almond milk I just like the taste of it. So I have almond milk all the time in my fridge because that is how I make smoothies and my coffee. Number five, cream or milk. I just answered that question. Almond milk, I guess if you consider that milk, whatever, it's almond milk. Okay, number six, how many cups or mugs of coffee do you drink in a day? I really only ever drink 2. And that's pretty much like the extent of it. Now, a couple of times I have drank 3 cups and it was on our community day, our homeschool community day. And that wasn't pretty. I was pretty wound for sound when I was coming home. I literally didn't feel like I could sit still, which I'd normally kind of have that sensation, but it was just exacerbated by all of that caffeine. It was not good. So 2 is like my max, and none after like 4 p.m. None. Number 7, latte or cappuccino? Definitely latte. Cappuccino is just too sweet. Number 8, iced or hot? Like I said, I do both. Usually iced in the summer and hot in the winter, although I don't know. Oh yeah, we get into it down below, but I'll tell you, I add coffee actually to my smoothie in the morning, and then I'll have like a hot cup of coffee, like this is during the winter time. I'll have a hot cup of coffee like while we're doing school in the morning, and that's just really yummy and such a nice treat. So number 9, Starbucks or Dunkin? Neither. I really like Scooters. Starbucks is a little, I don't like that flavor anymore. I used to love it. And then I started getting mine from Scooters, and I don't know if you guys have that around where you are from, but it's a really good quality coffee, and it's really really good. Like Starbucks just doesn't taste as good to me anymore. There's certain drinks, you know, if I get the fun drinks, it really doesn't matter. But Scooters is definitely my favorite. And I don't really do too much coffee at Dunkin' Donuts. I have on occasion, but they're really sweet. The ones that I normally get, like they're really, really sweet. So I actually don't like that all that much. Let's see, number 10, what is your favorite coffee flavor? I am actually not a huge flavored coffee person. Now, I put lots of flavors in my coffee, but I prefer to have just kind of like straight up coffee beans, and I add the flavor myself. So that is me not really being a coffee purist. I don't really taste the coffee because I put so much stuff in it. Number 11, regular or decaf? Regular all the way. I will drink decaf if it's at night or like I said, after 4 p.m. But I don't really see the point. Like, I don't know. I just drink regular and I hardly ever drink decaf. Number 12, French press or percolator. So I own several different coffee makers. So I have a Keurig. I have a regular, just like a tinier coffee pot, just so it makes enough for me, just like old school style. And I have a French press, and I have a toddy maker. If you've never seen a toddy maker, it's amazing. So that's what I basically make for the entire week or 2 weeks, however long it lasts me. And that's what I add, like, because you store it in your fridge, it's a cold coffee, and that's what I drink, like my iced coffee in the summer. It's like a concentrate, so I pour that in and then add my almond milk and a little bit of sweetener. So that is like my base for iced coffee, and it's what I add to my smoothies every day. So I have like a chocolate coffee smoothie. It's really good. Let's see, last question, Keurig or coffee maker? Like I said, I have both, and I use both. So I am kind of like, I don't know, a little ADD when it comes to my coffee makers, because I like to use this one, and then I like to use that one, and then I like to use this. And so it kind of keeps it fun and fresh in my mind. And it's interesting because I used to never be able to tell differences between coffee, like the way coffee was made or whatever. And I'm still not great at it, but I definitely like more the toddy, as opposed to the hot, because, or like as opposed to just my regular drip coffee maker, because the toddy is so much less acidic. I really enjoy that. But it's almost more like oily. I know that sounds weird, but it's strange. So I've enjoyed being able to see all the differences in the coffee that I now drink several different ways and with several different flavors. So I really change it up quite a bit. So I hope you guys liked this tag. Feel free to join in if you wish. And thank you guys so much for joining me for today's video. Have a great weekend.